Generally, Shavua Tov Schechter focuses on Parshat HaShavua or a particular holiday. Today I want to focus on an event of another kind, and that concerns the year of passing of Professor Eliezer Schweid, one of the great Jewish philosophers and public intellectuals of our generation. Schweid also had an important role in the establishment of Schechter. He was one of the first lecturers, and he presents an interesting and compelling and challenging vision for our institution. When we talk about the contribution of Schweid, it's important to note that he played a number of functions in Israeli society. Firstly, he was a great scholar of Jewish thought, and in fact, he can be seen as founding the field of modern Jewish thought in Israel, the scholarship on modern Jewish thought in Israel. And he wrote 40 books and 1,000 articles in this field. But Schweid was also, as I mentioned, a public intellectual. He was engaged with the contemporary societal problems of Israel. He voiced controversial views on issues of education, culture, society, and economy in Israel. But perhaps his greatest contribution was as a Jewish thinker. In fact, not only did he study other Jewish thinkers, he developed his own independent Jewish thought in dialogue with these thinkers. And I want to focus on one particular central idea, foundational idea in his Jewish thought, and it is the notion that there is not a dichotomy between secularism and religion. According to Schweid, the conventional view that a true religious posture and an authentic secular worldview necessarily collide with one another is simply mistaken. In contrast, Schweid holds that a true secular outlook, which for him is a form of humanism, does not contradict religion. And in the case of Jewish Zionist secularism, religion is a necessary component of secularism. Schweid presents a complicated and multifaceted foundation to base this argument. But I'm going to try to sum it up in a succinct and lucid form, and I'll focus on one of the necessary functions of religion for secularism according to Schweid. And that is that religion allows us to create cultural continuity. Schweid criticized previous secular Zionist thinkers because of their inability to create a deep and organic connection to the Jewish past. And in this case, he wasn't just talking about thinkers like Herzl, Brenner, and Berdichevsky. He also criticized Zionist cultural thinkers like Ahad Ha'amim Bialik. And according to his claim, these thinkers interpreted anew the Jewish tradition in a strictly secular idiom. And according to their interpretation, the Jewish tradition is based on aesthetic, moral, national, and cultural components. But Schweid explains that religion was always intertwined ineluctably with these components. And it wasn't an outside shell that we could peel off and get into the inner ethical, national, and cultural center of Judaism. And therefore, according to Schweid, the way to get at an authentic and deep connection to the Jewish past is by Jewish secular thinkers being open to the religious dimensions of the Jewish tradition. Now, of course, Schweid doesn't suffice with this one argument, and he speaks expansively about this whole topic. He confronts questions like, can and is it necessary for secularism to develop a type of faith, and what is the nature of this faith? Is there a notion of secular halacha. Can secular Jews pray? Who are they praying to? And he talks a lot about the implications of his views on social, economic, and cultural questions. Obviously, you don't have to agree with Schweid. You don't have to accept his understanding of Jewish religion. You don't have to accept how he understands the development and the nature of Jewish secularism. But in my mind, Schweid is one of the thinkers that if we want to shape for ourselves a contemporary Jewish outlook, we have to confront his view. Thank you very much, and Shavua Tov b'Schechter.